And now, after the disaster of a date with Setsuna, Haruki heads home on the train, wondering what to do next. Or what to hide my embarrassment. Either response would have been appropriate, but the truth is, Io contacted Setsuna-chan yesterday. So she managed to contact her.
I'll be whoever you wish for me to be, Haruki. Whether it's a good friend or a bad one, or perhaps even...
Nothing happened. Hey, did something really happen between you two? I tried meddling. Did I end up trying to meddle with you two unnecessarily?
The last train from Line 3 will be departing shortly. The doors are about to close. Please stand clear.
Even now. In other words, nothing's changed? Still the same as before? Yeah. Well, it's fine if there's no between you two, but nothing's broken either, right? Yeah. That's right. Same as before. Nothing has changed. Hey, Haruki, can we... Huh? Talking to you. You sure you're eating? I'm fine. I made lots of curry, and besides, I've been sleeping up until now. Eye to face. Can I come over right now? Right now? Only lit room. The only thing I see in posture is quite unsightly when she's alone. Alright, how about I buy some things on the way over? Alright, how about I buy some things on the way over? Let's do hot pot again. I'll call Io too. No, don't come. Haruki? I'm going on a ski trip with my seminar colleagues tonight. There won't be anyone home after evening. That lie came out of my mouth on impulse. Ski trip? This is the first time I've heard about this, you know? Of course, it's the first time I brought it up. Suddenly decided last week. Upon seeing the dangling feet and ruffling of the blanket, before I knew it, I lied again. I just found about the year-end party last week. I do. Why you won't be able to call me for a while. It's a line from dawn till dusk. Even you wouldn't believe that. I'm not doing this for anyone's sake. In fact, this little place I want to be the most. Kia, I need to head out now. I'm hanging up. Hey, going out in the evening? I understand that the lie I just completely and utterly... Even so, I've always been a horrible liar, even since back then. The owner of this number is not answering. Please leave a message after the beep. Setting the answering machine, I'm now isolated from the rest of the world. My cell phone is also turned off. No one can catch me now. As long as I don't leave my apartment. Who called? Did I wake you up? Sorry. Who cares about that? It's after all. It's from the newspaper company. I get those sale calls a lot. Up already? Sleepy anyway, right? I guess. I'm starting to get cold after taking that call in these clothes. If that's the case, come here. You don't have to tell me. Ah, you're hot. So cold.
Welcome home.
Get ton.
Merry Christmas. Miss Santa has come to visit a good little boy. A good boy called me, so that's why I'm here, you know. Come on, don't back away like that. It was quite the hassle having to bring this over from work. Wow, still, I've been freezing. I thought you'd be at your apartment, but you didn't seem to be present when I arrived.
I was too naive.
But, you know, I figured I wanted to surprise you. So, it's not like I could call you back or anything.
I finally sought out Izumi. I've gone out of my way to call her out of desperation.
Thank goodness you're finally back, though. Another hour or so and I most definitely would have ended up like the little match girl.
And there's no way someone who enjoys messing around with me like her would ever pass up on such a decisive moment.
Haruki?
She's always bound to do something stupid. She'll do whatever it takes just to leave me dumbfounded. She'll even respond to my call for her.
Haruki? Hey,
You idiot.
wow.
Izumi's body is freezing cold. You damn idiot. Oh. And so I pull her into my embrace, so close I could feel her freezing body through her clothes. You really are completely and utterly stupid. Haruki. Izumi's strained breathing brushes against my ears. You're such a hopeless idiot. I can't believe you.
Really?
Even so, the thoughts of loosening my embrace does not cross my mind. I forcefully rub my face against her freezing cheek, exchanging our body heat as I feel her softness.
You spoiled little boy.
As I thought, Izumi isn't taking this seriously and accepts me despite my forcefulness.
Hey, Haruki?
She's not just hugging me back tightly, however, as she extends her arms to gently stroke my back. Izumi.
Come on, calm down a bit.
After caressing my back for a while, she puts her hands on my shoulders and slowly strokes my arms.
If you behaved like a good boy, Santa will give you a present, okay?
And then, slowly and carefully, she loosens my arms, which are intertwined behind her neck. As our cheeks separate, the sight of Izumi's face reflects in my eyes. That expression.
Okay, so close your eyes.
It's the same vibrant smile as when I first met her. Suddenly, as if something exploded inside me, I realize. No, even now, I still haven't realized exactly what I'm doing. My vision seems to have turned into nothing but pure white, as the strength I lost suddenly wells from within me in a convulsing manner. And then, gradually, inside my mouth, I'm overwhelmed by the warmth, softness, and smoothness of her lips. Finally realizing the severity of my actions, I pull away from Izumi's lips after indulging in the pleasure of said action, even as she showed me no resistance to it. Izumi, when I feel a chill down my spine from doing such an outrageous thing, I cannot deny at all that these actions have begun to thaw my frozen heart.
Just sticking your tongue in like that all of a sudden? You're a naughty boy, Haruki.
Sorry.
Hey, don't cry. I never said there was anything wrong with you sticking your tongue in like that.
As expected, the voice and the words she used to reprimand me are gentle and playful.
The thought just occurred to me, you see, that you're such a naughty boy and nothing more, you know?
You mean you didn't mind that?
Of course I didn't mind. Whether you're a good boy or a bad boy, everything's okay as long as it's you, Haruki. Just give me some time to prepare myself. Like, tell me I'm gonna put in my tongue now, or I'm putting it in now.
What do you mean?
Anything really. I won't reject whatever you want to do to me, as long as it's you, Haruki.
Far beyond a joke and a little surreal, her words are filled with an intoxicating sweetness that acknowledges all of me. So, what's it gonna be? Wanna put your tongue in again? If so, I shove my tongue into her open mouth without hesitation and let it run wild inside. Obeying my raging lust, I run my tongue along her teeth, lick her gums, and entwine my tongue with hers as I noisily suck her saliva. Side note, ew. I surrender myself to the intoxicating warmth that's coming from our exchange. But I also feel the slightest sense of discomfort welling up from within. It's the first thing I realized the moment our tongues became deeply entwined like this, compared to even the little experience I have. In other words, even compared to Setsuna, she's clearly not used to this. Izumi? Despite going so far with her actions to lure me in, could it be that she doesn't exactly have much experience?
This is quite amazing.
Are you saying that you're not okay with this? Could it be that I was too fierce all of a sudden?
It's not that. I just think maybe I wasn't mentally prepared for this. More like I've just realized just how conceited I've been.
As always, Izumi's trying to play it off as a joke, but her two arms on my shoulders have gotten heavier, and with her head down, she's breathing hard. Sorry, I couldn't control myself, so, because it felt far too pleasant. Because it healed me far too much. Because I believed far too strongly that she would be able to accept everything.
Hey, Haruki?
Huh?
My legs have gotten really cold.
Izumi, however, who should be the actual victim in this scenario, rubs her thighs exposed from her miniskirt together in response to the cold. She doesn't let out even the slightest inkling of wanting to berate me for the humiliation I've put her through up until now. On the contrary, her heaving and husky voice only serves to further tempt me.
Let's continue inside, okay?
Hearing Izumi say those words, I inadvertently realize for the first time that I still haven't even entered my apartment. More specifically, we're still out on the roadside. I ended up being so engrossed in my desire for her that I even forgot where I was. I've even forgotten what I've been doing up until now, as well as the situation I was in up until now. Izumi and Haruki retreat to his apartment, where they spend the night warming each other up, quote unquote.
The snow? Haruki, the snow?
Looks like it stopped. The quiet skies of Minami Suetsugo are now clear of the clouds, signaling the end of the commemorable White Christmas. The only thing left behind is the dark, cold snow that will inconvenience city life. And also, inside me, the end of something big, which has been occupying my heart for a long time. And the beginning of something new, perhaps.
Are you cold?
No.
I see.
Hey!
Don't push. There's no room over here.
Sleep on the ground then. Such is the result of Izumi and I being cramped together on a small, narrow bed meant for one person. The two of us have completely eliminated any excuse we have between us, whether it be the fact that we're just friends, merely classmates that attend the same seminar, or how I've simply been helping her with her paper.
But it'll feel cold if we don't stick together.
We can just turn on the heater.
We need to reduce our emissions of CO2.
Up until a few moments ago, weren't we creating lots of that? Then stop moving around. Get to sleep already. She would probably be overjoyed by that kind of response, so I won't say it.
That's right. Sleep, sleep. After all, we did some pretty tiring stuff.
You're heavy. Not only that, but the feeling of her feet's warmth, her tummy's softness, her breasts' far greater softness, and also the sensation of their tips. I can feel everything directly with my body, and I can feel something beyond just warmth that's being transmitted to me.
What about you, Haruki?
About
After tiring yourself out, do you feel slightly more at ease now?
though what she's saying sounds contradictory, there's no room for doubt between the two of us. Why did I call her? Why did I act that way the moment I saw her?
Think you'll be able to sleep?
Yeah, it's because Izumi understood everything, and she also accepted everything. I think I can sleep somehow.
Because I'm here, right?
Probably.
Oh?
Come on, let's just sleep.
Oh? What was that?
Oh, shut up. You were crying in pain up until a while ago.
You wanna bring that up again? I don't particularly mind, you know.
Good night. Jeez. This time I turn my back to the persistent Izumi and look out through the window at the vast expanse of the starry sky.
Good night, Haruki.
She rustles around inside the blanket and presses her entire body against my back. It's so hot.
Yep. It's not cold.
I disregard Izumi and tightly close my eyes. That's right, I close my eyes. Though well aware of my sin, I close my eyes, unafraid of the darkness.
It's no longer cold, Haruki.
That's because if I'm in pain, if it feels too agonizing, I can just tightly embrace this soft body that's right next to me. I alone succumb to the darkness yet again, and I've committed a new sin once more. A sin so sweet, yet one that's so incredibly unjust. December 25th, Saturday. As my foggy mind gradually clears up, I consciously check the clock on my bedside. It's 6:30 in the morning. There's still plenty of time to get dressed and eat breakfast. And depending on the situation, I could even take a shower first and still make it before my first class. This is the time I usually woke up on a normal day going to university. Taking care not to lift the blanket, I quietly slip out of bed from the side. Usually, during this time of the year, the unforgivable thought of not wanting to stray away from the blanket to the cold would cross my mind for just a moment. Feeling of not wanting to leave is stronger than usual today, but it's not because I feel cold. After waking up and shaking off the hazy feeling in my head, I noticed her sleeping right next to me, and I suddenly came to a realization. This wasn't a dream or an illusion. It wasn't anyone's responsibility, nor was it influenced by anything. It had been a choice I made of my own volition. The hot shower robs me of unnecessary memories, but it also stings some wounds that I haven't even noticed in exchange. The back of my neck, the left side of my chest, the palms of my hands, and even my molars. I wonder why these parts feel painful, even when they're not in contact with the hot water. When I start to think about the answer to that mystery, the memories that were taken away by the heat all wind up flooding back. In doing so, the hot water then stings my wounds again in a vicious cycle. But there's no way to escape from the pain anymore. In the end, my relationship with Setsuna is completely and utterly broken. I wait until the fat renders out of the bacon before dropping 2 eggs into the frying pan. The sound of the crackling oil blends in with the sizzling sound of frying eggs, and a pleasant aroma wafts around me. The toaster oven turns red hot and browns 2 slices of bread as I take out the leftover vegetables from the fridge and serve them in a bowl. Upon hearing a certain someone dopily breathing in their sleep, I am further reminded of my current situation. Even though it should hurt. No, even though it really does hurt. I'm still the same as always. I've never lived out a day like this the way I have lived up until now. I desperately tried to make sure things were normal. I nearly broke into tears and gritted my teeth as I tried to retain my usual self. Above all, I couldn't even fall asleep. And yet, I managed to wake up at the usual time. Took a morning shower to refresh myself as I usually do, and prepared breakfast as if nothing had even happened. As if nothing ever happened at all. The only difference is that I prepared 2 servings. but the fact that I can even notice that suggests that things are normal. Izumi, is this because of her? Hey, Izumi. Is it because I received the warmth of Izumi's body? Is it because I received something special from her? I could have been doing these things with someone else at the exact same time. It's about time you got up. It's feeding time.
It's cold. Turn on the heater.
Just where did I go wrong to end up in this situation? No, that's just too wasteful.
You're not cold, Haruki? You're dressed rather lightly.
Not at all. I just took a shower after all, and I'm being active. Now that it's come to this, I don't even know if this can be considered wrong anymore.
What about other than your body?
I'm not cold. Am I going down the wrong path right now? Or have I been going down the wrong path up until today?
I see. Morning then.
Put on your clothes. It's no wonder you're feeling cold. Izumi stretches with a hum, as if to mock me for being lost in a labyrinth of thoughts, exposing her uncovered fair skin. Hey. What do you intend on doing today?
Huh?
If you're going out somewhere, want to go together? It seems that the snow's melted after all. It's not Christmas Eve anymore today, but it's still the actual day of Christmas. So we could go out into the streets and do things together that would be expected during a date. Share a meal, and it would end with me taking her to the station.
I'll be sleeping after I finish eating. I'll wrap myself up in a blanket and sleep soundly and snugly.
Again? Just how sleepy are you?
Well, I do feel cold.
Dress warmly then. Of course you're cold dressed like that. She's always lightly dressed in a camisole and miniskirt whenever she comes over. As much as I'm the one who's stubbornly refusing to turn on the heater, she's also at fault for being dressed in a way that I can tell she'll feel cold just by looking at her.
Oh yeah, Haruki? Lend me some clothes? I didn't bring any other clothes meant for when I go out apart from what I was wearing, you see?
Are you suggesting that you usually go out dressed like that? That Christmas-themed miniskirt also looked to be pretty cold. Izumi's thighs were freezing back then. I really shouldn't be recalling such things so early in the morning. If you don't have any clothes other than the ones that are meant for going outside, then it's all the more reason to go out. No, you...
I'm not going out. No way. I'm tired. You treated me so violently last night after all. And why are you so full of energy, Haruki? Didn't you move a lot more than I did?
I always wake up at the exact same time each morning, no matter how late I come home after work. At any rate, my reply steered the conversation away from that topic. I lower the tone of my voice, pretending that I'm chewing on my toast. Even if she notices that I'm wavering, I'll deny it to the very end.
I can't do that. I normally need at least 8 hours of sleep, but last night...
You know, if you're always that lazy...
You'll feel inconvenienced by it, Haruki? Were you planning on telling me to leave? That I should stop clinging on to you?
Did you have a fight with your mother again? I'm referring to the conflict she had with her mother that she has revealed in the past. Perhaps I'm not the only reason Izumi decided to stay by my side right now.
I don't mind going back home if you insist that I have to, you know. I'll let you decide that, Haruki.
The excuse I created to escape responsibility is sent flying away in an instant. She's telling me that it's at my discretion as to whether or not she can stay here, to stay by my side forever.
What'll it be?
What'll it be? Well, then that means I have to return to my usual self as soon as possible. I can't indulge myself in such comforts forever. I have to face the path I'm going to be moving forward on. And that's because the scenery surrounding me has already changed irreversibly. Yourself.
Huh?
I said suit yourself! As if things can be decided at my own convenience. Thinking back to what I did to her yesterday, and what I'd asked of her, I won't forcibly say I want her to go home. I just can't.
Well, aren't you adorable?
Stop behaving like that. It's stupid. It's fine. She'll get bored of this and leave in She'll get bored of all this and leave in 2 or 3 days anyway. I'll let her do what she wants until then. No matter how I think about it, I'm the reason she's here right now. It shouldn't hurt to play along with Izumi's whims for the time being.
Well then, let's hurry up and sleep, Haruki. Come to me, my cold repellent.
You should at least pay a little attention to what others have to say. Then what about after 2 or 3 days have passed? Will I be able to bring myself to flatly send her away? Saying that, it's nighttime in the blink of an eye. Izumi seriously dove into bed the instant she finished her breakfast and fell asleep in no time.
What's this? Is this for real?
I couldn't just head out and leave my guest alone, so I proceeded to clean my room and prepare dinner as quietly as possible. And I helped myself to the sight of Izumi's carefree sleeping expression as quietly as possible.
It's all special programs today? I'm getting a bit bored.
It was already evening by the time Izumi woke up. She woke up rather giddily at about the time the curry I made with the leftover ingredients I had in the fridge were ready, enticed by the smell. In other words, the two of us really ended up not taking so much as a single step outside for the entire day today.
Haruki, come over here.
Wait until I finish washing these dishes.
It's fine to just leave them until you need them next time, right?
We ended up spending Christmas even more idly than we would spend a normal day, when it was supposed to have been a special occasion for the two of us to pass the time together. I would have been full of resentment and regret over how much time we've wasted if I were my usual self. However, only my words suggest that I'm angry. I turn off the faucet while in the middle of washing the dishes and mutter that as I approach Izumi to sit right beside her rather than opposite her.
My legless chair is here.
Hey! And Izumi, as if she understands that I'm about to cut up close to her, rather it's obvious that she already knew I would do this, she leans her back onto my chest, allowing me to feel her softness and warmth, just like how she did yesterday.
Yikes! Your hands are so cold.
Well, I was washing the dishes.
Use hot water then?
Not necessary. You can clean just fine with cold water.
You really are a cheapskate. You know that, Haruki?
I basically take care of my own living expenses, you know.
You could at least be a little kinder to yourself.
Taking both of my hands in hers, she places them on her stomach and rubs them gently. We naturally end up in a position where I'm hugging her from behind, cuddling close together, just like how we did last night.
My back's warm, but my stomach's still cold. What to do?
What do you mean, what to do? You're the one who wanted this, aren't you?
What's on TV is boring, Haruki. Don't you have a PS3 or something?
You think I actually have a luxury item like that?
I see. Guess there's no helping it then.
You sure gave up quickly?
Well, I guess I don't mind even if we stay bored like this. Let's just pass our days in leisure.
Like I said, suit yourself.
Okay.
The TV continues to play the same boring noises as always. The scenery outside the window has also changed from last night, such that the sky is now so clear and bright that we're able to see some stars, even in this well-lit neighborhood. It's cold inside the room, but the residual heat from the curry pot gives off a little warmth. I can't really compare it to the coldness outside though. After all, I've not gone outside even once today to know just how cold it is. I've been taking refuge in this personal hideaway that Izumi's been facilitating for me this entire time, away from external stimulation. Should I peel some apples?
It's fun. I don't need any.
I see. My sense of touch gradually returns to my cold, numb hands as they overlap with Izumi's. I've buried my face in Izumi's hair countless times yesterday, and I now once again brush my lips against it, making sure to get a good whiff of her fragrance. She just came out of the shower, and though I imagined she'd be using cheap shampoo, there's a pleasant scent on her that's completely new to me. And it's not just her hair. I imagine she'd be using my soap as well. But her skin is also... should I make some tea?
Like I said, it's fun. Don't go out of your way to do something, Haruki.
No, but I just can't seem to calm down somehow. It's not just because I'm getting close to Izumi. The fact that I'm doing nothing right now is making my usually restless self rather anxious. Is it really okay for me to do this? Is it really okay for me to spend my days so peacefully like this? The fact that I can feel so lax right now, despite the grave mistakes I made last night, just doesn't make any sense.
Like I said, don't worry about all that stuff. You don't have to do anything.
But nothing will change if we go on like this.
Things will change, even if you don't do anything, Haruki. Time will change everything.
Time?
So, for now, you don't need to act or think. Just wait patiently for time to resolve everything.
That's not true. That's just not how things work. After all, time did not solve anything between us in these past 3 years. It didn't erase anything. It didn't heal anything.
Well, that's because you didn't go out of your way to rest, Haruki.
Rest?
Normally, when you catch a cold, you would get plenty of sleep. Take it easy, take your medicine, and stay put until your body heals. What?
That's a sound point, but So, for now, you should get plenty of sleep. Take it easy and take your medicine. What medicine? Izumi, who'd been a bit restless in my arms, turns to face me and suddenly kisses me, just as I did to her last night, violently thrusting her tongue in, licking all over, and making her saliva flow into my mouth. Then, all of a sudden, she moves her mouth away, making the escaping air produce a smacking sound.
There, liquid medicine.
The leftover saliva in my mouth is like an obscene connection between the two of us now.
Please take your medicine within 30 minutes after each meal.
There aren't any side effects, now, are there?
Of course there are. You'll end up showing severe withdrawal symptoms.
Now, that's just awful. Well, given that I wasn't told the dosage, I'd take a little more, just in case. This time around, I stick in my tongue and loudly drink down the saliva inside her mouth. Side note, ooh. You mean like this?
That's right. This is how you rest.
So, if I don't do anything, you'll do all the cooking, washing, and cleaning for me?
Oh, that's, it's a nice change of pace if you do it from time to time.
Always so irresponsible. Once again, I seal the mouth of this person who only says irresponsible things, and in the end, doesn't do anything herself. Hold on. Did I say cooking, washing, and cleaning? Just how long was I planning to let her stay here?
Hey, Haruki, let's fall into depravity together, okay?
Shut up. I fondle her breasts on a whim. It annoys me to no end that, upon doing so, she grins, looking so pleased with herself, exactly as I thought she would. And that's why I slip my hand under the camisole and fondle her breasts with force that threatens to crush them. And she just seems to be enjoying the sensation, as expected. But shut up. She's laughing heartily again, just because my thing is already touching her back. She's just so irritating that I won't be satisfied unless I silence her. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and all that. So, Izumi's moved in. That was a rather quick rebound. He was dumped maybe an hour before seeing her, but I guess that's how rebounds work. Speaking from ignorance here, I've never been in a rebound relationship, but I can see how someone in a fragile state would cling to anyone showing them some sympathy. But it gives the appearance that Izumi was just hovering around, waiting to pounce.